In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to get the latitude and longitude coordinates from a table of addresses using the website geocoded.com. You likely have a table of addresses in some tabular form. To map this, you need to know the latitude and longitude coordinates for each of these address locations. You could do this manually with a GPS, but with thousands of locations, that would be very impractical. The solution is geocoding. Geocoding has been around for quite a while, but it has usually been restricted to highly educated, socially awkward GIS professionals who use very expensive software. With the power of the web and efforts of companies like Microsoft, Google, and Yahoo, the geocoding process has been opened up to everyone. The first thing you need is a list of addresses. It helps if this address is in a spreadsheet, such as Microsoft Excel. In this case, I have a list of Harris Teeter addresses in the southeastern United States. I have the address broken into 4 distinct parts: street, city, state, and zip code. Breaking the address up like this allows a geocoder to easily interpret the location information. The Batch Geocode website is broken into 5 sections, referred to as steps. The second step contains some sample data, which I will remove in preparation for my new addresses. After removing the sample data, I will copy the data from Excel and paste it into the second step text box, then click Load Source Data. In step 3, you will notice 5 drop-down boxes, appropriately labeled for each of my address fields. The first drop-down box is blank, however, since the geocoder is not familiar with the term street as a synonym for address. Simply select the appropriate field from the drop-down menu and advance to step 4. Where you will click Run Geocoder. Depending on the number of addresses in your table, this process may take some time. There is a soft limit of 500 addresses. The geocoder will let you map more than 500 at a time. However, any more than 500 may be subject to errors in the location coordinate results. This geocoder is powered by Yahoo Maps, which means, like other web mapping services, the street centerline data is kept up to date. However, it's important to understand this geocoder is making its best guess as to the location of each address based on the digital street centerline file. Street names, number, and zip codes change often enough that your list may not match up with what is currently known in the street centerline file. Other issues that can result in errors are misspellings or incorrect street number ranges. These errors could be in the street centerline data or your own table. Most times, missing street address info will be bypassed in favor of a city or zip code centroid. The errors could throw a location off anywhere from a few miles to the other side of the planet. At present, geocoding is only relatively reliable in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Europe, Australia, and parts of South America and Asia fare equally well. In places where street center lines are not readily updated, the street name or postal code may be used to represent the general location of your address. In other cases, an administrative region may be used. When the geocoder is complete, step 5 will present you with a text box containing your new coordinates. Simply copy and paste this into your Excel workbook. New coordinate fields are added called BGLat and BGLong. While not necessary, I rename these to latitude and longitude, so the fields will be automatically recognized, making the import process smoother. Save the workbook, and you are now ready to map this data using your newly derived coordinates. There are times when you might find coordinates of 0, 0. You can usually correct these by running the geocoder again on those addresses, or simply set them aside until you can determine the source of the error, which is commonly insufficient or incorrect address information. This site works well when you have a few thousand addresses, processing 500 at a time. However, if you have tens of thousands of addresses, you may wish to seek out a professional geocoding service. You can find them on the web. Not only will these professional services be faster, but they are generally far more accurate due to the human element. That's it. Simply map the table using your new coordinates and have fun.